Hello everyone, Tom here from Smartland, and today we're going to be discussing why the BRRRR method, or BRRRR, is very risky to out-of-state investors. Investing out-of-state is not new, and different types of strategies seem to grow in popularity over time, and lately the BRRRR method seems to be one of the most popular methods. The name pretty much sums it up. The idea here is that you buy a property that needs a lot of work, renovate it, rent it out for about 6 months or so while earning income, and then when the property has grown in value, you refinance it. Then you should take that money from the refinance and purchase a new property and start the process all over again. The idea here is that it should snowball over time. This process sounds simple enough, but when you're investing out of state and doing this method, it can be anything but that. First, let's discuss choosing a property with the BRRRR method. The location is really what matters here with this strategy. Ideally, you're going to want to find a property that's going to rent decently while you're holding it, and also it should be located in an area where values are increasing over time. Knowing the right location takes a deep knowledge of the market, and that's where a local can really help you out. You can try to work with a real estate agent that's local and good with investors, but sometimes finding the right agent for you can be very difficult. Investing out of state is already hard enough, but this becomes even harder when you're purchasing a property that needs a lot of work. After you've identified a market that you want to invest in, the next thing you're going to have to do is locate a contractor. When you're using this method and investing out of state, you're going to have to work with a contractor you most likely just met or maybe recently vetted. When you hire a contractor, you're at the mercy of their schedule. They might tell you that this job could take 30 days, but it might end up being 90 days or maybe even more. There are a lot of different factors that could go into that delay. It could be weather. It could be maybe they got backed up on other jobs and you're just still next in line. You're also going to be this contractor's newest client, so they're more likely going to put the needs of their well-established clients before yours. Every day this property is not completed and rent ready is such a loss to you. Vacant properties don't do anybody any good. You also run the risk of hiring a contractor that's just not that good. Their website might look nice, maybe they have a few good reviews, maybe not. You really are putting a lot on the line by hiring a contractor you've never worked with before. Okay, the renovations are complete. The next thing you're going to have to do is find a tenant. The first thing you're going to have to ask yourself is, who's going to find this tenant for you? Who's going to handle all of the showings, all the phone calls? Who's going to run all those applications and do the credit checks? Who's going to even handle the marketing on this? This entire process could take weeks or maybe even months. It really just depends on how popular your property is and where it's located. You run the risk of sitting on a vacant property for a very long time because even after it's renovated, maybe no one's really interested in renting it. The longer you sit on a vacant property, the more it might end up costing you. Alright, you finally found a tenant and you've been earning income over the last few months. The next step is to refinance. When investing out of state, investing in an unfamiliar market is very risky. Sometimes, no matter how much renovations you put into a property, you might not really increase the value all that much. If you're using sites like Zillow for your comps, you might find yourself in an even bigger mess because lots of times, those numbers aren't even correct. I would look into hiring a third-party home appraiser just to give you a better idea of what homes are going for in that area. You also run the risk of potentially over-renovating. If your property is the only home on the market that has granite countertops, it's not really going to add a lot of value to your property. Also, since so much time has gone by since you renovated the property and you've been renting it now, you run the risk that there might be a dip in the market and you might be stuck with this property. If your appraisal comes in low because the value did not go up and now you're stuck with this property, it could take years to earn in rent what you put into the renovations of this property. So now you may ask yourself, what's the alternative to the BRRRR method when investing out of state? Many investors want to avoid all these risks by investing with a turnkey company that's local to the market. Ideally, these properties have already been renovated and they come with a tenant in place from day one. Since you did not spend any money on the renovations of this property, if there's any kind of dip in the local real estate market, you'll still be earning cash flow every month with your tenant. If you purchase with a local turnkey company, they'll know the market inside and out. They'll be able to tell you what kind of area gets the best appreciation. If you're looking to use the BRRRR method for investing out of state, I hope you take some of these points into consideration and continue to do your research. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great videos just like this. This is Tom from Smartland, and I'll see you again soon.